polluted our soil. We've degenerated the ground so that it doesn't even grow nutritious food anymore. So we need to avoid chemicals, detoxify our bodies. We need to feed our bodies with adequate nutrition at the cellular level and lots of oxygen. So oxygenate, nutrition, and keep away from the chemicals as much as possible.
Sounds like solid advice for absolutely anyone out there. Thank you for sharing those tips with us. And is there anything else you'd like to say?
We need to flip South Florida red.
Okay, you heard it here first. Check it out, RebaForCongress.com. District 21, thank you so much for your time, Reba. All right, we're going to keep on walking. It looks like Jordan has an interview lined up for us. I'm going to take this microphone down to him.
Thank you so much, Liz. Here we have our next interview. I'm joined by Maria. Maria, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Great, thank you. Now, where are you from?
I live about 6 miles from here.
Awesome. And what time did you get here today?
I got here about 1. Again, I have a problem with my back, so I can't afford to stand up a while, but I wanted to make sure I was in the building.
Well, good. It's great to see you here supporting the president. Now, speaking of the president, what brought you out here today to see the president?
I love President Trump. I was born in Cuba, and I came when I was 14 years old. So we migrated legally when I was at a young age, but I had an opportunity to be exposed to socialism. So that drives a lot of my feelings towards what the president is trying to do to make sure we don't go that route. Nothing is free, and eventually the rich, the people at the top will get rich, and the country will be poor, all of them. I was telling somebody that when I was in Cuba, I remember my aunt having to get in line to get 4 eggs or 2 yogurts for my grandmother a month. And if they didn't go to the rallies and whatever to support Castro, they would take from that. So no freedom to not like what was going on or to express your disappointment. So definitely that's an area where I feel very strongly about it.
Well, that's an incredible story to see that you came here, migrated legally, and have built up your life here. Do you support the president's policy on immigration, promoting legal immigration?
I do.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to ask, Florida, I'm not from here, you're from here. Are there a lot of people with similar stories to you around this area that feel the same way you do?
A lot of Cubans that came in the early 60s and settled primarily in Miami. I lived in Miami for years, and then I moved north here. So I think there's a lot that share my same views. I got married here, had my children. My daughter was in the military, so was my husband and my son-in-law. So we love this country and want to make sure that it continues to be the best place in the world to live.
Incredible. Now, is there one policy of that the president's agenda that you support a lot, or that's your favorite?
I actually like the president because when he governs, he looks at the needs of all the people, not just the needs of one. I mean, yesterday I heard he signed something to do with cruelty to animals. I mean, so it's not just a one class or one issue. He tries to do what's best for the country in many respects. So, but I think immigration, that's dear to my heart. It's important. I think we need immigrants, but I think they need to come in legally, that we need to know who they are so that we can help them get ahead, which I'm sure is one of the reasons they come here. Now, some come here for other reasons, drugs and whatnot, so that's the way to stop them. So I'm very strong about that.
Incredible. Lastly, it's Thanksgiving week. What's one thing you're thankful for today?
I'm thankful to live here. I'm thankful that I have some of my family here. Once I came when I was young, I only was able to go back and see my grandparents twice. My mom was never able to go and see her mom and dad buried. Because if you came, you weren't allowed back, even if you had legal papers. Here, they wouldn't accept their back. So freedom is what I think.
Well, Maria, thank you so much. Your story is incredible. I really appreciate it. Take care, stay cool, and we'll see you in the rally. Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to hand it off to Liz or Max now, who's going to wrap us and throw us back to studio. Max.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this last hour here in Sunrise, Florida. We really appreciate your support. We appreciate you tuning in. Please share this stream when you get the chance. I wanted to say thank you to our partners over at Disney Coins. Disney Coins is a great American company. You know, Thanksgiving is in 2 days. Shockingly enough, 2019 is almost over. Black Friday's Friday, obviously, and then Cyber Monday follows. But there are just some people in your life who are hard to buy gifts for. Go to Disney Coins to solve that problem. If you've got a fellow deplorable who you just don't know what to get them, go to Disney Coins and you'll find a perfect gift over there. Whether or not they're a coin collector, there will be something that they like. They've got coins ranging from a keychain all the way to coins that are actually pure silver, 1 ounce silver, and they've got designs on them like Space Force, Build a Wall, Deplorable Time with President Trump on Mount Rushmore, and many others like President Trump on the front lawn with his campaign yard sign, which is personally one of the more creative ones on the site. 2 new ones come out every month. Check them out. Use RSBN for a discount. You can also, if you spend over $50, you can use USA, that's USA all caps, for another discount there, so that they know we sent you. Make sure you go to Disney Coins for your Christmas gifts. Also, if you wanted to help us out directly, we really appreciate your support. Obviously, this stream is free, but if you like what you see and you want to help us continue to be on the road, we have a rally in December in Hershey, Pennsylvania. If you want to make sure we show up, make sure our technology is reliable, make sure that we are at our best for you for one of the last rallies of 2019, make sure you donate. There's a couple different ways you can do that. You can do that in that $sign in the bottom right-hand corner. Click on that. You can do a little message to the rest of the chat. It comes up in a cool color. You can also become a member for $4.99 a month. $4.99 a month, you got some cool emojis, and that will also go to us. You can also donate through PayPal. You can become a monthly subscriber on Patreon. That'll be a monthly service that allows you to not have to type in your information each time, and you got a couple cool perks with that. So if you're rewarded for your laziness, welcome to America. There's another way. You can go to rsbnetwork.com/donate. rsbnetwork.com/donate. There's a couple different portals. We get more money through that than any other service. So if you want to make sure that that money goes straight to us, you can do that. You can also you can mail a check or letter to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. That's 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. You can do that the old-fashioned way, so the internet does not have your banking history, bank information, and then all of that money, 100% of it goes straight to us. We appreciate however much you donate, because we appreciate all the support of all kinds. We could not be out here without you. We are not quite in a position to toss it back to studio, but what's that? Okay, just real quick, we want to let you know why we're tossing back to studio. Today is the turkey pardon day. There's 2 turkeys showing up to the White House, one of them bread, one of them butter, because isn't that really cute? Bread and butter, one of them will be pardoned, maybe both of them will be pardoned. Personally, I'm rooting for neither of them to be pardoned. That would be the funniest outcome for me. But we will toss that over to you in studio so you guys can watch that, because, hey, that's a really cool tradition we have here in the States. And the president takes part in, and you only get to see that, obviously, once a year. So, Jordan, take it away.
Yeah, the turkeys arrived in Washington, D.C. on Sunday, I believe. They've been staying at the Willard Hotel there, so very nice accommodations. These turkeys are treated nicer than anyone I know. So turkeys, I'm jealous of you. But yes, bread and butter will be making their debut at the White House. I voted for butter. I personally, I think I voted for butter. I voted for butter. You can go look on the. I think I voted for butter. You can go look on the White House's Twitter. They have a whole profile of the songs they like, their personalities, their interests. These turkeys are very in-depthly profiled, so make sure you go check out Bread and Butter. Cast your vote. I believe voting goes up until the ceremony today. I'm not sure, but I think but I'm pretty
Hey, I
sure
don't know
the
if you heard,
president
but we
is
just
gonna
had
end
a
up
big
pardoning
development.
both turkeys. It's a week of animals at the White House, that's for sure. Yesterday we saw Conan the dog. There are also the horses that pulled the White House Christmas tree, and now the turkeys. So the White House is really becoming the people's zoo this week, I guess you could say.
Eloquent.
Yeah, well, and yesterday they also signed the Animal Cruelty Act, making the animal cruelty and torture a criminal offense, or at least criminalizing it in some fashion, which is a bipartisan bill passed in the House and the Senate overwhelmingly. The president signed it last night, which is fantastic. The president also signed a Women's Centennial Commemoration coin bill. They're going to be making silver dollars to commemorate incredible American women throughout history. So the president signed that bill, surrounded by a ton of female leaders, and then right after that signed the animal cruelty bill. So lots going on at the White House yesterday. Do you have something to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to mention that, those women-hating Republicans, Senator Marsha Blackburn, Republican from Tennessee, in her freshman year of being in the Senate, she is the main sponsor of that bill to celebrate women's suffrage. So just kind of wanted to put a little bit of evidence out there to make sure everyone knows that Republicans don't hate women. I don't know how that started, but it's kind of ridiculous. Thank you to Marsha Blackburn, Elise Stefanik, and all of the and Liz Cheney actually was also a part of that legislation. Thank you to the three of you and all the others I did not mention because I either did not know or forgot.
Kellyanne Conway, senior advisor or counselor to the president, was at the signing today. She's doing a few Fox News hits and took some questions from reporters this morning. An incredible woman in leadership who continues to break barriers in this country and takes crap from no one, honestly. So shout out to you, Kellyanne. Liz is also another incredible Republican woman who continues to shatter barriers and impress people at every turn. So shout out to you, Liz. But yes, the president has a very busy week this week. Yesterday, he had all those events going on. He welcomed the Prime Minister of Bulgaria to the White House. Today, he's doing the turkey pardon. He signed an executive order this morning protecting American Indians as well as Alaskan natives. And then he departs this afternoon with the First Lady to come down here to Sunrise, Florida for the homecoming rally. Yes, that is correct. The president will be joined by the First Lady tonight. So I anticipate seeing her on stage for a brief moment. I'm not sure if the Vice President will be here, but we also anticipate a few members of the First Family coming in. We do not have that confirmed yet, but once we get that confirmed, we will be sure to let you know. Then continuing on this week, the president celebrating Thanksgiving on Thursday, obviously with his entire family. I believe he'll be doing that up in Washington at the White House, and then he'll be coming down, they're going up to Pennsylvania, rather, I should say, on December 10th for a rally in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Myself and Bailey Hay will be there covering that before the president probably takes a break to spend Christmas week in Mar-a-Lago down here with his family. So the president's got a packed schedule for the rest of the 2019 year before he really starts picking up the pace for the 2020 election.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting on-again, off-again kind of 6 weeks for President Trump and this administration. We're trying to get a lot done before the end of the year, but also make sure that they kind of take some breaks here and there. 2020 is going to be hectic for this administration with things going on with the White House and obviously the campaign. President Trump doesn't have to campaign in the primaries in many states, but he will have to campaign against Democrats for a good 11 months or so. So President Trump getting ready for that and also making sure that everything is taken care of in the White House. But Florida's a good place to spend the winter. I'm not gonna lie, it's 77 here. It doesn't get too cold. Pretty comfortable, beautiful sunny skies right now. Even if you just go a couple states north, it'd be super overcast at this time of year. So President Trump picked a good state to kind of relax and recharge. I would assume, and this is completely unfounded, but I'm going to assume that Governor Ron DeSantis and the First Family of Florida will be here. This is President Trump's homecoming rally. Governor DeSantis benefited greatly by President Trump's support. Bill Putnam, former Florida agricultural commissioner, was leading in the polls against then Congressman Ron DeSantis at the time. President Trump endorsed him, and then Ron DeSantis won by 2-1. Absolute crushed Putnam. And so the Ron DeSantis obviously benefited in the general election, winning the race, obviously, and now has done a great job here in Florida. And the two of them will celebrate together today and continue to talk about Florida's success, because Florida is a linchpin on that board for Republicans. So this is going to be a good rally. I don't know if Marco Rubio will be here. I don't know if Rick Scott will be here, but it's always possible at these events. They come around once in a while. And we got people going up the stairs right now. Doors are getting ready to open. That shocked me. Yeah, it does look like Black Friday. And it looks like it's a general...
It's just a stampede.
Yeah, there is absolutely no regard for the lines. There are people who showed up just a couple minutes ago getting towards the front. This is about to be pretty ugly. As you guys know, at some of these, the organization is not incredible. If you've noticed down at the bottom of your frame, maybe, you see a bunch of barricades with nothing in between them. They're just there. That does not allow for a lot of order. But we can't really do a line video for you guys now. The line is non-existent except a general mob. But, you know, these patriots are extremely excited to be here for President Trump's homecoming rally. These members of Florida's electorate are excited to have the President of the United States call their state home. You know, we talk about it all the time in primaries. We talk about it all the time down the stretch as well. Which potential president, which candidate is from which state? That was a lot of the talk amongst Republicans with President Trump. He has New York. He might get some more votes out of there. There's a lot of people from the Democrat side who like where some of these candidates come from and the fact that they can get some extra votes in a couple areas. That was a big appeal for Beto, was that they felt that they could swing Texas, and that would be big for the Democrats in 2020. Obviously, that was an epic failure on the party's end, but that is the general idea. And President Trump being a Floridian now helps the state of Florida and helps his chance in this state. A lot of people like it when their candidate comes from their area because they know their area, and they have a feeling that President Trump will work harder for them here in Florida. As President Trump's worked very hard for the rest of the country, they think he'll work a little bit harder for Florida, and you never know. They might be right about that. So I'm gonna have the cameraman turn around again now that the entire line that was to our right has now congregated into this small little area, and a lot of them there's little groupings of people allowed up the stairs, but you could see all the chairs and the tables abandoned because all of a sudden there's a random push to get to the top. And these supporters are very excited to get in that air conditioning and to get ready for President Trump's visit. This arena does hold 21,000, although the third balcony was curtained off, so we do not know exactly the capacity level, but these Patriots are very excited. They know that these spots come at a premium. The front row Joes and Gene get here very early to make sure that they are at the front as close to President Trump as possible, and they are going to do that as much as possible. It's been a busy week for us here at RSBN. It's been a busy month. It's only Tuesday. There's been a lot going on. We did like 3 back-to-back trips in Louisiana. We've been staying in the Southeast primarily. How you doing, Liz? It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. But it's been a...
Interview me.
Interview you? Liz, is this your very first President Trump rally?
No, this is actually my 75th President Trump Make America Great Again rally.
That's impressive. What's your favorite thing about President Trump rallies?
My favorite thing about President Trump rallies would be the different energy that is at every single one. That is the one thing that doesn't change. There are always patriots in line, but it's just the different amounts of energy that you feel once you're inside that arena. I absolutely love it, and getting a good feel for the energy of the overall city or even state based on how they hold themselves.
This is obviously not your first rally. It's obviously not your first rally in the state of Florida. What makes these Florida rallies different or special?
What's special to me is that I was able to live here. I lived here in West Palm Beach for a little bit. President Trump lives here. You're obviously a Florida native. And my favorite thing about coming here, especially during the winter months in Georgia, is the weather. My skin needs it. I am just soaking up the sunlight and making the best out of being out here for hours today. It's absolutely beautiful down here in South Florida.
Yeah, you're going to go back to Atlanta and you're going to be tan. All your friends are going to be pale. How's that feel?
I am going to be more Indian than Elizabeth Warren.
That's not very hard, though.
No, I already am, but it's fine, yeah.
All right, so that's Liz Willis, one of the best we have here, and we appreciate you taking the time to be interviewed.
One of?
One of the best. Yeah. While I'm on air, I can't say the best. I'm not able to do that.
Well, Max, it looks like we are just about the last one standing out here. Let's do a quick spin, Gage, so you see just about what just happened. Literally, Black Friday, the Walmart doors just opened and the crowds went wild. Fortunately, there are no casualties. But speaking of Black Friday, we do want to take this opportunity to say Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Last I checked, we had about 1,500 watching. So really, sincerely, Happy Thanksgiving to you. I hope that you can take this week, no matter what's going on in your life, to just sit back and think about what you're grateful for. I think that the good can always find a way to outweigh the bad. I am thankful for my family, for my country, for my God. That should have been first. But, I mean, it's my faith, really, that allows me to even be thankful. So it's up there. And finally, just being able to have a job that I love. And that's all because of our wonderful supporters. So thank you to everyone and my boss, Joe Seals. Thank you so much for everything you provided for us. We love being here, traveling the country, and delivering the message of the president of the greatest country on earth. It's a pretty cool deal. What are y'all thankful for this Thanksgiving?
Honestly, there are a lot of things. Of course, being able to have a great education at the greatest university in the world, War Eagle. Also, having a great job, having great family and friends. Also, just really thankful to be able to have this freedom. We were able to go to a basketball game last night, enjoy the city, enjoy being able to just do what we wanted and spend some time here. And it absolutely an incredible place to live. Very thankful for that. It's always good to have that reminder. And I love the fact that, you got Veterans Day on the 11th, and then you've got Thanksgiving just a couple weeks later, kind of a quick back-to-back reminder of what we have and why we have it. And so I'm very thankful for those things. I'm a very general, big picture, broad person. So when I say that, I mean I'm pretty much thankful for everything.
Love that. And you, Jordan?
Yes, I'm thankful for a ton of things. This holiday season. First of all, my faith and family are two major things in my life. As Max mentioned, education too, being blessed enough to be able to go to Auburn University, a truly incredible place. Freedom, as you mentioned, but also freedom of the press. I was at the White House yesterday, and it's just so cool to know that RSBN, started from such a grassroots organization, is now able to be represented at the White House. So, I don't agree with everyone in the press. I don't always, see eye to eye with everyone. But at the end of the day, the ability for us to be able to have access to the President of the United States, access to the White House, and be able to report fairly justly uncensored there is truly incredible. I never thought I would see the day where I got to go to the White House complex once, let alone 3 times in 1 year, and report on the leader of the free world. So it's truly incredible. I'm very thankful for it, very blessed to be in this position, and so I'm very thankful for RSBN as well.
Thank you, Jordan. And someone else that we're thankful for is one of our loyal viewers, Trisha Hope, who's actually standing over there. So if she wants to join us and come on over, we'd love to talk to her for a minute. Before we get started, we're doing our fun question of the day. It's Thanksgiving week, so what are you most thankful for?
This is going to sound corny, but President Trump. I am most thankful for him for giving up everything he's given up to help us. He had it all, and he's doing all of this for us, and I can't say thank you enough.
Wonderful, wonderful support for President Trump. And that support and all that love goes directly into these books that you spend so much time making. So tell us a little bit about yourself. For those who are unfamiliar, what's your name, where are you from, and what do you do?
My name's Trisha Hope, and I'm from the Houston, Texas area. And for the last, a year and a half, we've been traveling the country going to Trump rallies. This is our 28th today. 28th. We've actually put our real estate business on hold. We bought a motorhome, and this is what we're doing full time, traveling the country. It's really important to us that the president gets reelected, and we want to spend the rest of the next year helping to do that.
Do you feel fulfilled while you're doing that, or are you stressed knowing that you had something set up, you knew that would work, and you were just trying a whole new venture? How do you feel about that?
It's a little scary for sure. I mean, because we're taking a big risk, but I think it's worth it. I think it's that important. I think we're living history, and sometimes when you're living history, you don't realize it until it's over.
Amen.
And we're all doing that, and RSBN is doing incredible things for everyone. I'm so thankful that y'all have dedicated your network to these rallies, because without it, we wouldn't have them. And it's so incredibly important. I thank y'all. And today during the rally, we're giving $5 for each book sold to RSBN. So we want to buy. If you're thinking about a Christmas present, now's the time. Please do it, because it helps RSBN, and it's a great gift as well.
So where can they? First, I have so many questions for you. First, I'll say this: we have plenty of time. So how can they purchase your book, and how can they find you online or on social media?
JustTheTweets.com is where you can purchase the book. And social media, I'm Just the Tweets 17 on Twitter. And on Facebook, we're Just the Tweets.
Okay.
So you can follow us all in all of those places.
Very simple. So what's your book about, and what makes it so special?
It's all the president's tweets. So literally, Volume 1 is the first year of the president's tweets. Volume 2 is the second year of President Trump's tweets. So it's history. We're capturing history as it's written. And it will literally go down in history. We have had Harvard Law School bought the books, Yale bought the books. These books are historic, and truly they really are. And I can't imagine trying to explain this time period without them.
Wow. Would you mind just opening it up? It doesn't have to be a certain page, but let's show our audience a little bit about what's inside these books, how it's written and formatted.
Literally just the tweets. It's literally just the tweets, and it's chronological order, so it's easy to follow. And it's exactly the way it's written by the president. If there's a typo in the book. It's exactly the way he wrote it. And they're made in the USA. So all of our products are made in the USA. They're well made, and they'll last forever. So
do you have a favorite tweet?
I do. It's funny. I'm glad you asked that, because the tweet where he talks on page 43, March 5th, he talks about President Obama wiretapping him, and how the media went crazy with that and made fun of him. Well, who would have thought where we would be today? We know that happened, and he recorded that and showed us the truth way early in his administration.
And no one even seemed to care.
They didn't care, and they thought it was a joke. Well, it wasn't a joke. It was real, and we are so fortunate to have a president that tells us the truth. That every day comes on Twitter and says, "Hey, here's what's happening." He's hiding nothing. He shares it all, and we're blessed to have that. And I hope we've done him justice by this book. We did it in hardback with gold foil lettering. We thought the president might like the gold foil lettering.
It's truly beautiful. I love the aesthetic of the book. It is something I would put on a coffee table. It'd be a great gift for Christmas for any conservatives out there, or even liberals would love it, because some of his tweets are just out there, but they're his, and we love that. But this is really a beautiful book. It would look great on any coffee table. So once again, how can someone purchase this book?
JustTheTweets.com, JustTheTweets.com.
Thank you. And she's currently offering $5 donated to Right Side Broadcasting Network for every book sold during today's rally. So if you want to support us, but you want something really tangible to go with that, go ahead and check out Trisha Hope and Just the Tweets. Now, how many editions are there? You said this is the first year.
No, this is the second year, actually. There's two right now. Volume 1 is the first year. Volume 2 is the second year. Volume 3 will be out in the spring. And when you purchase the book, you're automatically put on our list, so you'll get an update when Volume 3 is ready. So you'll be sure to get all of the volumes.
Which year did he tweet the most?
So far, the second year, but Volume 3 looks like it's going to hit 500 pages. And this is 486.
Okay, all right. Trump is tweeting. We love that. All right, we're going to keep moving forward. Thank you so much, Trisha Hope. Great seeing you.
Thank you all for everything you do.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're going to move forward and hand the microphone off to Max.
Thank you, Liz. I have a challenger to a Democratic congressman. Sir, can you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yes, my name is Greg Musselwhite, and I'm running in District 20 in Florida against Alcee Hastings.
And now you and I were just talking about this a moment ago, but Alcee Hastings is a very interesting past. Can you please describe that to me for?
Yes, Alcee Hastings is a former federal judge that was impeached for bribery and perjury. So he has a pretty extensive past of corruption. And he's currently under investigation with the Ethics Committee for dating one of his staffers.
Yeah, there seems to be a few people on the Democratic side who are under investigation for that kind of thing. So you and I were talking about some of the requirements to get on the ballot. You're not quite there. How can people help you reach that goal to challenge Congressman Hastings?
Yes, if you're in our district, go to our website, musselwhiteforcongress.com, and go to the petition page. Download that petition, fill it out, sign it, mail it in. We need approximately 5,000 petitions, or we're going to have to pay almost $11,000 to make the ballot.
And so just take this moment to me and explain where your platform is with the Republican Party and your support for President Trump.
Yes, President Trump has for a while, he's made promises on building the wall and immigration reform, that is the most important part right now. It's the most important to the country for safety, and it's at a crisis. So until we finish building the wall and get real immigration reform, then that affects a lot of other things such as healthcare, the economy, jobs. It just cascades, and it's unintended consequences. If you just can't have open borders and have a sovereign country. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to continue. I'm in the trades. I'm a welder by trade. I'm currently working on a nuclear power plant, and I want the economy to grow, and we need to help President Trump with that agenda.
You mentioned nuclear power. The state of Florida has benefited greatly from that. Ironically, the Green New Deal that the Democrats pushed for a very long time had no mention of that. What do you think about the lack of nuclear power on the Democrat platform?
Well, it is a zero carbon emission, and that's what they're pushing. And why skew it toward only wind and solar, and they don't even talk about geothermal? So there's other options out there, but until the technology catches up, we really need to avail ourselves of all the options. And nuclear in the present design with Westinghouse AP1000 being built is a viable option for zero emission power.
Congressman Hastings is a former federal judge. You're coming from a business background. How does your business background help you be a better congressman for the people than his federal judge background?
Well, Congress is primarily made up of lawyers or judges, and there's a few doctors. There's very few working people. Now, as a welder, and you know how hard people work for money, okay, so the blue-collar work ethic is there, but then later, as I transitioned into an inspector, we deal with code specifications, purchase orders to build the first nuclear plant since the 70s. It's a very monumental undertaking. It's a project of over $9 billion. So you're talking about a scope larger than the wall. So with my work in that industry, the power from all the different phases, and at the level that I participate in business dealings, it's primarily, it's quite like what you do in Congress dealing with laws. I do in a more specific fashion with your pipe specifications and structure codes. So it's a transition that's going to be easy for myself, but the amount of reading and research that you have to do to enforce those laws equally, and that's one of the problems that we have now. The Democrats are running rampant, and they're guilty of the same things that you're trying to charge everyone else with. For example, with impeachment and its issues in the Ukraine. So you're going to fault someone for saying there's something going on, somebody did something, and that's the offense because he said you might want to look into it. And that baffles my mind.
Well, now I know where I was. You already answered my next question, where you landed on that. One last thing for you. You're obviously in part of Florida where the sanctuary city policy that Governor DeSantis passed greatly affected, completely reversed a lot of policies that a lot of areas, a lot of cities around here implemented. What is your stance on that, and how do you think that will impact this area specifically?
Well, our first endorsement was from Cuban immigrants that came over, and they now own a gun store, so they're very pro-Second Amendment, and they're very pro-legal immigration. Now, going back to what we're talking about on the economy, we need immigrants to come over legally to help fill a lot of these jobs. They have job training and specifications that we need. We're short on doctors and nurses, engineers, and we really need these people, but we need them to be vetted. We need them to go through the legal channels. But sanctuary cities, that's insane that someone could commit a crime that you or I would go to jail for, and they just cut them loose. How? I can't wrap my mind around where they arrive at that. So there's no place in America for, quote, sanctuary cities. If you do a crime, then you're going to be punished. And this interaction that a lot of the Democrats have against ICE, once again, I'm very pro law enforcement and military, and we've got to support those folks. They have the hardest job in the country. You never know on a routine traffic stop or anything else when you may be stopping a crazy person. They put their life on the line for us every day, and we need to support them. And sanctuary cities is not how you do that, and you need to support ICE.
Well, I know many Americans, including every single person in this area right now, agrees with you. Mr. Musselwhite, I really appreciate you taking the time. One last second, please plug where they can help support you.
Yes, that's musselwhiteforcongress.com. That's spelled MUSSELWHITE. And there are links to Twitter and Facebook, and any kind of donation or just, hey, help retweet, get the word out, because Hastings has been in there for too long, and it's about time to have him fired.
That's right. Well, Mr. Musselwhite, I appreciate it. Florida 20, make sure you vote for and help Mr. Musselwhite challenge Representative Hastings. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Yep. Well, thank you guys so much. We are still with you here in Sunrise, Florida. We are waiting for President Trump to hit the lawn with bread and butter, the turkeys. Thank you guys for staying with us. I'm sorry? President Trump is ready to pardon one or both or neither of those turkeys. Thank you guys. We will be with you very shortly here in Sunrise, Florida. Back to you, Auburn.
To benefit causes that you believe in as well. Also, they just got a brand new social media account. So on Instagram and Facebook, it's at Disme Coins. Again, that's at Disme, D-I-S-M-E Coins on Instagram and Facebook. We're going to be posting tons of updates behind the scenes, really give you the full picture and the story of how Disme Coins came to be. So make sure if you're on social media, follow Disme Coins. It's going to be linked on our Instagram and Facebook as well. So I encourage you to go check them out if you want updates all the time. DismeCoins.com. Go buy your coins today. We're collecting them all here, and we hope you do the same at home as well. Also, another big thing for Right Side, we have another rally coming up in Hershey, Pennsylvania on December 10th. Myself and Bailey Hill will be on the ground in Hershey, bringing you complete coverage from Right Side as usual. And so we hope you tune in there. Mark your calendars. It's going to be a Christmas celebration rally we anticipate as we get closer to the Christmas holiday. So it's going to be really fun. It's going to be much different than down here in South Florida. The weather is going to be a little bit chillier, but nonetheless, it'll be great to see that very important swing state that the president's going to campaign in. Pennsylvania is always very important. He won it in 2016. We hope he'll win it again in 2020, so be sure to tune in to that rally. Liz, do you have an interview? Yeah. We're going to pass it over to Liz now, who has an interview. Liz?
Okay, great. So, do you want to be in it too? No, just her? Just me. Okay, cool. So remind me real quick, what was your name and where are you from?
My name's Alicia Gamble. I'm from Southwest Florida on the Gulf side.
Okay, awesome. Well, welcome to Right Side Broadcasting Network. You have some really cool stuff that you've been working on and some things coming up. So just share with us a little bit more about what that is and how people can follow you and find out more about it.
Sure. I organize free speech events. We call them the Great Awakening events or rallies. My last one was on 9/11 in D.C. at the Washington Monument. It was awesome, right? Facing the White House. My next event is in January 11th. It's a Saturday. And we just put on a platform for patriots to speak without fear of being silenced, and just the energy is great. It's just a really beautiful time, just like the same environment here. Just we all get together and talk about the truths, of what we're experiencing in this growing world. So.
And what influential speakers have you had, or do you plan on having coming?
Yeah, I've had Jordan Sather, Dylan Wheeler from Educating Liberals Online. Gene Ho is Trump's campaign photographer from 2016. He spoke at my last event. He's going to be hosting this event. So much. JT Wild will be playing live music here in January. So it's just like so much.
That's incredible. So is there a website or somewhere they can go to find out a little bit more?
Yeah, you can go to redpillroadshow.com to RSVP for free tickets, but other than that...
Okay. Y'all go check it out. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Choose love.
Choose love. We love it. Thank you so much for being on. Lovely to meet you both. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
See, easy, right? So we're going to keep going. I'm just going to grab some more interviews down the line for anyone. Hi, how's it going?
Go Trump.
Go Trump. What's your name and where are you from?
Jeffrey Epstein from Palmetto Bay.
That's an interesting last name.
Yeah, I think you've heard it before. But
You've got to be careful around these neck of the woods with that.
They make a lot of jokes about me. They still do.
Okay.
But go Trump. We're big Trump supporters. My wife, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. You look very beautiful and patriotic today.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So what brought you out here today?
We're just supporting the country, supporting the president.
And what is it that you love so much about President Trump, if you had to choose one thing?
He's doing things that no other president has done, like things for the economy, things for unemployment. And he might say a few things that are a little out of norm, but overall he's really good at doing a great job for our country.
Is this your first rally today?
Yes, it is. My first one, hopefully not my last.
Hopefully not. Well, I'll let y'all go ahead and get your spots in line because the line is moving. Thank you for coming by. Again, we're Right Side Broadcasting Network if you want to check out your interview. Happy early Thanksgiving. What a lovely couple. So much happiness and joy out here. So we're just going to be grabbing people that look willing as they go by. But it's really great. We're going to be out here for a little bit more time. I see a Haitians for Trump. Maybe I can get him to talk to me if he's available. We'll see. Don't forget to donate, please. Hi, how are you? All right, a Haitian for Trump. Could we talk to you for a little bit on camera? All right, I'm Liz Willis with Right Side Broadcasting Network. We're very friendly, so just to get the nerves out of the way. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Conrad here from Fort Lauderdale.
Very nice. And your shirt clearly says Haitians for Trump. Tell me a little bit more about this.
Well, it's simply, the Democrats have crippled the foundation of the Haitian community for decades now. And that's something we can no longer tolerate.
Wait, you're trying to say that Hillary's foundation there isn't helping?
Not only Hillary, the Obama Foundation, Joe Biden, you name it. There's a whole array of lists.
After the earthquake, they had a lot of donations. It was supposed to go to Haiti, and they never did it.
Funds going on. So, that's something we can no longer tolerate, and I encourage my fellow Haitian people to vote for Trump this 2020 election.
Interesting. There's not very many people, I think, that I've seen so far with Haitians for Trump T-shirts. How many people do you think you have wearing this here today?
Oh, we made these ourselves.
Yeah, we actually had these custom made, and we encourage other people to, do the same and just encourage other Haitians to be a part of the movement because, we can no longer be oppressed by the Democratic Party.
And what woke you up to this corruption by the Democratic Party?
Well, you'll find that a lot of people in the Haitian community are, thinking the same way, and, we're no longer up to the tricks of the Democrats, and, we've been oppressed. Yeah, a lot of Haitians are for Trump, and, our country's been oppressed by them for decades, whether it's the Hillary Clinton Foundation or the Bush Foundation or Obama's, they've just been, So we're all just for Trump, and we're rooting for him this election.
All right, well, wonderful. Thank you for taking the time. Go get a good spot. Haitians for Trump. Interesting. And probably not at all wrong about what he's saying. So, Haiti, I've been there once. It was a very interesting country, very sad and poor country. My sister goes every year. She absolutely loves it. She works with orphaned children, a lot of them who have lost their parents to HIV and AIDS. And she's a teacher, so she works on educating them and teaching them English, teaching them how to read. And she just has a huge passion in her heart to do that. So shout out to everyone who's honest and really doing the work in Haiti that needs to be done, not just claiming it. And we're going to see some more people walking in. Of course, when we see something interesting like that, we love to grab them and talk. And I'm going to hand the microphone off to Jordan to grab some interviews.
Thank you so much, Liz. People are continuing to file in here at the BB&T Center. We just saw today's rally dog, Ziggy. The rally dog of the day looked very closely related to Conan, the hero dog seen yesterday at the White House. But you can see that shot right there as people continue to flood, and there really isn't a line anymore since the real bulk of the people have already entered about an hour and a half ago. But nonetheless, there's still a very healthy stream of people flowing in. You can see this is where 45 Fest took place this morning. They had food trucks, live music, a panel with some senior Trump campaign advisors. That is now all wrapped up. They just finished their last song a few moments ago. And now it's just really people going right in. There's not a line anymore. So if you're in the Sunrise, Florida area and you were concerned about the line or concerned about having to wait a long time, get on down here. There isn't a line to get in. They're getting people in very efficiently, very quickly. The Secret Service always does a fantastic job. So if you're in the Sunrise area, make sure you come on down here to today's homecoming rally featuring the president. I want to do a few more donation shout-outs from my email. Let me pull them up. I want to thank Lucille Dolab. She said, God bless Team Right Side and our great president and Vice President Pence. Thank you so much for your donation. Again, if you guys donate at rspnetwork.com/donate, there's a new feature where you can actually leave a message similar to the YouTube Super Chat. But we get a much larger portion of those proceeds if you do it at rspnetwork.com/donate. We're getting near 95% of those donations, where if we do it on YouTube, we're only getting about 70%. So it's a great way to go. You get secure way, credit card, debit card, PayPal, you name it. You can donate there, and we will see your message right on my phone. We are going to head inside in about a little over 30 minutes from now. Media reentry starts around 3:30. That's the time when the press, ourselves, move inside, get set up on the media risers, and get ready to go inside. If you're new to Right Side, we'll be inside for the entire duration. We're going to stream the president's entire speech uninterrupted. We're going to show the crowds, pan the crowds, do all the pre-speakers, everything that you would see if you were here at the rally. We will be doing today. So it's a great way. It's honestly the best experience outside of being in a rally. So if you're not able to make it or you don't live in this area, Right Side is the place to watch Trump rallies. We've been doing this for years now. We've really built up our war chest and our capability and try and improve each and every time, and that is thanks to your continued support and viewership. We also want to thank our partners Diamond and Silk for streaming today's rally on all their channels. Huge shout out to them. They're wonderful ladies, and we love working with them each and every rally. The temperature is fantastic here as well. The last few rallies have been a little bit chilly, but today mid-70s, great South Florida weather, coming close to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving obviously on Thursday, so we hope you all are home, can take some time off and spend it with your friends and family, being thankful for the freedoms we have here in this great country. If you saw yesterday, we were actually at the White House covering the day's events there. The morning started with the welcoming of the official White House Christmas tree by the First Lady. I was there, watched it all, saw the horses tow up the tree on the north lawn, up the driveway to the portico where the First Lady welcomed it along with a military band. Really awesome ceremony to ring in the Christmas holiday. And then we saw Conan the dog, which I'll touch on later, and he welcomed the Prime Minister of Bulgaria as well. But I will take a deeper dive into that once we're inside, but I'm going to pass it off to Max now. It was another interview. Max?
Thank you, Jordan. I am with Barrett, who has a great product for those who live in a little bit of a warmer weather climate, but those who like going on beach trips. Gotfloats.com. Barrett, can you tell me a little bit about this company?
Yeah, we're just starting out. We got our website launched yesterday, and we're just making pool floats for, we got a line of pool floats that we're making, so this is our first one, and we got about 5 more that are coming out soon.
Where did you come up with this idea to put President Trump as a pool float?
I put in a pool, and I wanted a Trump pool float. The one that was out there didn't compare to what I wanted, so I built it.
And what makes this product better than the one that was out there?
I mean, just Google Donald Trump pool float, and you'll see what I mean. It's just a round little tube, and it doesn't do it justice.
All right, and so explain to me a little bit about this product specifically, and then also the pricing for the viewers who are interested.
Yeah, so we're selling it for $145 on our website. We're selling it for $100 here at the rally. But it's PVC fade resistant. It's got a warranty on it, and it's ready to go. We got plenty in stock, so hit the website up and order some.
Can you show the box for me too? Because there's a couple different cool little slogans that they have on there, and if you go check out their website, they also have some other cool slogans. It's a very creative idea. Make parties great again. 6 feet long. It's not life size, is it?
Yeah, close.
Well, thank you, Barrett. I appreciate it. I hope you guys sell some more. You guys, gotfloats.com, and you can see the social media handles at the bottom left. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I will never cease being surprised by a lot of the creativity we see from a lot of these capitalists, a lot of these entrepreneurs who come up with very creative ways of President Trump material. Very cool products like a pool float. Never in a million years would I ever thought of creating that or looking for that, but it's there for you guys. So if you go on the beach trips a lot, or if you have a pool, that is perfect product. And also, like I mentioned a couple times, Christmas is coming up. Great gift there. There are also some pretty clever t-shirts, like there's a couple behind our cameraman right now. There are a lot of different creative products that are out there, and I will never, if you guys show up to one of these, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There are tons of different, really unique items, different there's different kinds of pens. Like one year I remember getting a pen that had a little banner pulled out and a couple different policy platforms for President Trump, a couple different slogans there, creative t-shirts that use kind of pop culture and President Trump combined, like a couple behind our cameraman that I'm looking at in the corner of my eye. There are things like that which will always be a very unique aspect of President Trump rallies that I know you just can't get anywhere else. And of course, the flags and everything in between. Absolutely unique here at President Trump rallies. There are some of those shirts I was talking about. The one that I really like is that Foreign Relations one, the Top Gun-like logo. Is a pretty unique shirt. So if you guys go to one of these Trump rallies, if you've been before, make sure you bring some cash with you. Some of them do accept card, you never know, but there are some pretty cool things that you really can't get anywhere else. Thank you for my cameraman panning to that. What's that?
I'm gonna grab some.
All right, so we are in Sunrise, Florida at the BB&T Arena, home of the Florida Panthers NHL team, subpar NHL team, if I might add myself. We are here for President Trump's homecoming rally. President Trump, as you probably heard recently, filed paperwork to become a permanent resident of the state of Florida, and the state of Florida could not be more willing and happy to accept President Trump as their newest Floridian. President Trump is looking to capitalize on that Florida win in 2016. He wants to make it a win in 2020, and I think he'll do that. The margin was slim in 2016. The margin was even slimmer in 2018, but things change. Candidates are worse, which can't believe that happened. I don't know how they got worse in 2016. And so you're looking at President Trump trying to make sure that he keeps Florida red. It's a good amount of electoral votes that the Republicans need, that President Trump really needs, and we are here to help him do that. He is coming in the midst of a very controversial impeachment inquiry, and obviously the media, MSNBC, CNN, CBS, are not really going to let President Trump speak for himself. And so President Trump is going to come straight to the people, where off to my left, you're going to have about 15,000 voters walking into that arena to listen to President Trump directly. Doors have been open for about an hour and a half-ish, maybe just about an hour, and they're starting to pile in. Not really sure what the numbers look like just yet, but there are lots of people ready to hear directly from President Trump right before Thanksgiving and right before the Christmas season that begins on Friday. One thing I will always respect a lot and cherish a lot about Florida is the activism that you see here. A lot of times you get people who want to talk all about politics. They'll just talk, kind of like the three of us here on camera. But there's also a lot of activism that goes on in the state of Florida, especially with voter registration. Just a couple people off behind me to my left are here registering voters, and they are not the only three. There are tons of them. They've got tables everywhere for their people to get new clipboards, to fill out voter registration forms, to make sure people vote. There are still lots of people who don't vote, who are eligible to vote, or who even register to vote. The voter turnout usually sits at about 50 to 60% during a presidential election, which is shocking to me. It's not that hard. It's one day out of 4 years to go do that. And so the activism here, and then also you saw an interview shortly before we went to the turkey pardon, where President Trump should have not pardoned either one of them. But right before that, I had an interview with a man named Greg Musselwhite, who's running for Congress in Florida District 20 against Alcee Hastings, who's in the midst of a ethics investigation for having an affair with a staffer. And so there's a lot of people in Florida who take that seriously and who were like, okay, well, I might just be a welding inspector like Mr. Musselwhite is, yet I'm going to try to run for Congress because I don't like what I'm seeing from my representative. That's critical. In purple states like Florida, but even like red and blue states or a little bit darker, that is important. So the activism is really important. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you get your friends registered to vote, and maybe try to help others register to vote. Sometimes in some states it's a little bit more of a difficult process, and they need some friends and family to help them out. And make sure you go vote on November 3rd, 2020. It is very important to be active, not just also in the know. It can help sway opinions. It can help push policy and help candidates greatly. I'm now going to pass it off to my amazing coworkers who have an interview. Jordan?
Thank you so much, Max. I'm now joined by a lovely group of ladies here to see the president today. First of all, what are your names and where are you from?
Emily from Delray Beach.
Lisa from Rockland County, New York.
Brianna from Boca Raton, Florida.
Lisa from Rockland County.
Fantastic. Now, is today your lady's first rally? Have you been here before?
My first rally, and I'm looking forward to
Our
it.
second. This is history repeats itself from 2016.
Awesome. And this is your
My first.
Fantastic. So why did you ladies each come out here to see the president today?
Because he is the best. We're counting on him, and he is for America, and he's going to make us great again.
Being a student, I go to FAU. In my classes, I really can't say my opinion too much without getting ridiculed, so it's just nice to be able to come to things like this and just say how I feel.
Fantastic.
He's the greatest president we've ever had. I'm just so thrilled. He's doing such wonderful things for our country. And I just don't know how the poor man endures all of the stuff that the Democrats and the liberals throw at him every day, but I just love him and support him 2,000%.
Awesome.
I love the way my 457 is growing. Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Now the president has put.
We are pumped.
Now the president has had a lot of policy victories over the past 3 years. A lot that he's put into place. Is there one that speaks to you directly, or is your favorite?
The wall.
The wall. Okay.
I think just recently he put in some sort of law for people who abuse animals to get, that's like really special because a lot of people do that and it's disgusting and nobody really has talked about that or did anything in policy for that, so I think that's special.
The wall for me, but since the other day when he signed the animal cruelty, right on, way to go.
Awesome.
I love what he did with the veterans.
Okay.
They need all the help they could get.
Now, a lot of people say women don't support Trump, or women hate Trump, or Trump is against women. As women yourselves, is that true?
Not at all.
No, I have so many friends, especially like my age, like in their 20s, like a lot of kids think that it's okay to be liberal and things like that, but like no, there's so many conservatives that I know.
No, women do support Trump. I'm not afraid to say that I do support him. I tell everybody if they don't like it, they don't have to be my friend.
Awesome.
I agree with her. I lost a lot of women friends off Facebook because they don't like my ideas of me reposting things about Trump. You don't like me, delete me. That's all.
Now, next, the economy has been a big thing. Stock markets are at a record high. 401ks are growing. Have you guys benefited from the stock market and the economy?
Absolutely.
Not yet, but hopefully when I graduate, hopefully I get a job because it's growing. So
I love it every time I check my portfolio.
Good.
I think it's great.
Fantastic. Now, lastly, it's Thanksgiving. A lot to be thankful for. What's one thing all you ladies are thankful for?
I'm thankful for Trump.
Thankful for the USA.
Trump, USA, and all our freedoms that he's fighting for.
I love my freedom, and I'm thankful for that.
Well, awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Get inside, get some cool air, and enjoy the rally. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Very energetic group of ladies here that I just spoke with. Excited to see their president, ranging in all ages from students to retirees. They've all been able to benefit from the Trump agenda and the Trump economy, the Trump presidency, and they're very motivated and excited to be out here. You guys have any more interviews lined up? Liz? Max? No? Okay, well, we're going to wrap it up in about 15 minutes from now and head back inside as people continue to file in to the BB&T Center here in Sunrise, Florida. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. Right Side Broadcasting is going to bring you complete coverage of today's events and the president's speech uninterrupted, which is slated to begin around 7 p.m. We're going to bring the pre-speakers, show the audience, you name it. If it's at a Trump rally, we're going to show it to you. But to do that, you guys need to help keep us on the road. We're mostly viewer-funded. I'm going to let Max tell you how you can contribute to Right Side Broadcasting.
Thanks, Jordan. There are a couple different ways you guys can do that. These rallies cost us about $5,000 to $7,000 for each one. Extremely expensive. And also, we just want to make sure that everything is reliable, including our correspondents, our cameraman, and our equipment. So that's where that money goes to, and we appreciate all that support. You can donate by Super Chat, that $sign in the bottom right-hand corner. You can click on that, put in a little message. The entire chat will see it. Comes up a pretty cool color. For $4.99 a month, you can become a member of our channel. What that'll give you is cool emojis, including yours truly and the two people to my sides here. They're there, including many other cool emojis that you can throw in the chat and make all the other non-members jealous. You can also donate through PayPal. You can donate through Patreon, a website that allows you to donate monthly. It can be a pain to enter your credit card information every single time. So if you want to just put it in one time and just do a recurring donation monthly, you are more than welcome to do that. And if you do that, you can get some pretty cool perks on the side that no one else can. So you're rewarded for being lazy. Pretty cool, right? You can also donate through rsbnetwork.com/donate. rsbnetwork.com/donate. We will get a larger majority of the donations than through any other method. So we encourage you to go there. If you like your message being shouted out, you can click a box and type a message in there, and it will go to the inboxes of one of the three of us, and we will read it when we get that. So make sure that you click that box if you want that donation shouted out. Otherwise, it cannot get shouted out. So if you want to shout it out, click that box in there. You can also mail a check or letter to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. That's 1550 Opelika, Opelika Road, Auburn, Alabama 36830. Oh, I missed the Suite 6, Box 344. Sorry, guys, there's so much going on. It's really hard to do a couple different things in multitasking. Those are the ways you could donate. We really appreciate the support. Like I said, $5,000 to $7,000 per rally. That's not cheap, and we really rely on you guys to make that happen. December 10th, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Jordan Parker, Bailey Hill, and Gage Fuller are going to be in that one, bringing you probably one of the last rallies of 2019, maybe if not the last rally. So make sure you help us get there. We really can't wait to be in Pennsylvania. It's always a great atmosphere. You and I were there in May. I don't think we've been back since then. So make sure you help us get there, because we want to be there and show you that full rally live, uninterrupted, unedited, unclipped, unspun for you. And Jordan, we've got a partner.
We do.
Tell us about them.
Yeah, Fliz, you want to hop back in here really quick and let us know, or let the viewers know about our partners over at Disney Coins.
Absolutely. It would be my pleasure, Jordan. Disney Coins. It is the most perfect time of year to check them out right now. Talk to you a little bit of who they are, how they contribute to our country, and how you can contribute to them, and Right Side Broadcasting as well. Okay, so Disney Coins is a precious metals company, and they make the most incredible little coins. They are beautiful and just done so well. So we here at Right Side Broadcasting have been collecting them, and we know some of you have too. There's nothing we love more than getting pictures sent in and being tagged with y'all's collections. We have a winner right now. I'd have to look up his name. He's probably watching. He's going to be mad I forgot the name. But I will find that picture for a later, on Instagram later. But it's absolutely incredible. So if you're interested in coins, really historic pieces, check out Disney Coins. That's D-I-S-M-E. Now, Disney Coins, the company, they are based in America. They are made in America. Their machines are made in America by Americans. So not only does all your money stay right here in this great, glorious country, but they also contribute 10% of all profits to conservative outlets. So any organization that has conservative values, ones that really relate to us as conservatives, family units, just military, low taxes, love, support, love it. Everything great. They really want to just encourage that and support that. They work with us a little bit, and in turn, we give them some shout-outs. It's something that y'all should check out. It's a product that we truly are proud in. We're proud to have them, to collect them. I will be giving them as Christmas gifts. My brothers, y'all better still act surprised. My personal favorite coin is going to be the silver space coin, so check that one out. And now my personal favorite gift is going to be the gold coin keychain. It's so much fun. It's on my keychain right now, wherever my keys are, but it's absolutely incredible. A great gift, an icebreaker. I leave it on the bar whenever I'm talking to people, and pretty much it's a really sly way of just being like, yeah, I'm a baller, and yeah, go Trump. Like, look at that. So check that out. Go to DisneyCoins.com. That's D-I-S-M-E. Use code RSBN for 5% off. And while supplies last, if you go to their website and look for code USA, that will give you money off the money you spend. So based on however much you spend, you'll get more money off. So get all those Christmas stocking stuffers in. Buy them today. You'll have them way before you need them. You'll be set. Your family will love you. And even as a gag gift for your liberal friends, unfortunately, if you have any, sorry about it. But just go buy those today. Jordan?
Yeah, thank you so much, Liz. Go to dismecoins.com. That's DISME coins.com to pick up yours today. Also, if you want to follow them on social media, you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram at dismecoins. Again, that's at dismecoins on Facebook and Instagram. If you'd like to follow us on social media, you can do that by going to @RSB Network on Twitter and Instagram. Again, that's @RSB Network on Twitter and Instagram. And Right Side Broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you're liked us, following, and subscribed so you can get real-time updates every time there's breaking news or a rally is announced. That's the best place to interact with us when we're not here at rallies. Let the cameraman give you another shot of the BB&T Center as people continue to file in. The crowd has not slowed down yet. Thousands of people streaming into the BB&T Center. Doors opened about 2 hours ago, not 2 years ago. 2 hours ago, people started flooding in, and we've had a healthy stream of people since then. If our cameraman wants to pan down to the right, you can see hundreds of people still coming in from the parking lot. It's quite a hike from where you had to park to get into the center, so a lot of these people who have been out here for hours, had to walk in the heat, but nonetheless, they are not deterred, and they are continuing to come out here as we await the president. It is now 3:20. The president is scheduled to be speaking at 7 p.m., so a little less than 4 hours from now, and we're going to see if Liz can get another interview. Sure, and I'm going to pass it off to Liz now with an interview.
Okay. Hi, my name's Liz. We are live with Right Side Broadcasting Network and Diamond and Silk, if you're familiar with them. So I noticed you two because of your shirts.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about yourselves and where you're from, and then we'll get to these fabulous outfits.
We're from Margate, Florida.
Awesome.
Yep, and this is my wife, Alice.
Ready?
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Right Side Broadcasting Network. I'm your host, Liz Willis, and today we will be guiding you and walking you through all things President Trump for his homecoming rally here in Sunrise, Florida. President Trump is scheduled to begin his speech at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, so we are still just about a little over 2 hours before President Trump is scheduled to take the stage. Don't worry, we are going to fill those time slots with so much fun. There are going to be pre-speakers, a beautiful national anthem, the Pledge of Allegiance, and of course, just talking about people, the interviews we've had today, and facts regarding what's going on in today's news cycle. So with that being said, I'd like to start off by just thanking everyone for tuning in to Right Side, and I'd like to let y'all know a little bit more about who we are and what we do. So we are Right Side Broadcasting Network for those who are unfamiliar with us, and our goal or our mission is to go to every single President Trump rally. We are committed to that, and we want to just really spread the message of the President of the United States of America. During the 2016 election cycle for the presidency, it was really difficult to believe what the news was saying. They'd say that President Trump's arenas were empty, that seats were empty, that he was bringing in 10 or 100 people, when in reality he was bringing in thousands, just like he's still doing, and nobody was giving him that credit. So our CEO, Joe Seals, just had this really simple thought, but genius, and decided to just go there, go live, and pan the cameras. So that's what we started doing. That's how Right Side Broadcasting became known, and we just panned the cameras. So till this day, we pan the cameras, we show the crowds, and that's what we really enjoy doing here at Right Side Broadcasting Network. Sorry. There's a frog in my throat, but Right Side Broadcasting Network is almost entirely voluntarily funded, so your donations are what allows us to stay in business and to keep going to the other rallies. So thank you for those who have donated. If you're curious about how you can donate, there are a number of ways. The first way you can donate is by clicking the $sign in the bottom right hand corner on the YouTube Super Chat. It's a lot of fun, very easy way. I will actually pull up my phone in just a second and read some of those donations out loud. So if you have something you'd like to say, a shout out, you just want to hear your name being read online, go ahead and donate. We'd be happy to do it that way. Now, the second way you can donate is by going to our website. That's www.rsbnetwork.com. .com/donate. There's a lot of other really cool stuff on our website, so make sure you check that out. Make sure you look at our articles posted every day by Bailey Byers, as well as her PMPK, or Promises Made, Promises Kept articles that she writes. She's just really a gem to this team, and as long as Bailey Byers wrote it, I promise you it's insanely good and worth the read. So go to our website to donate. You can follow the donation tab as well. And if you would like to have a message, we now have a slot on that where you can actually click and read a memo, so that now not only are the YouTube Super Chat donations shout-outable, but the donations via our website, we can read those messages as well. So go ahead and go over to our website. We'd love to see if this is working for all of you. Make sure you do a tester, say whatever you want. In just a few moments, we'll be able to read those shout-outs online. So again, that's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Leave us a message. Let us know how we're doing, how you are doing, whatever you want. We are happy to read it. A third way is by joining us on Patreon. That's Patreon. That's a membership-based subscription. So if you want a little bit more from us, besides just the rallies, you want more activity, you want swag by RSBN, sign up on that. Join whatever tier or level you are comfortable donating to. And those are just different ways, some of the different ways that you can support Right Side Broadcasting Network. Now, the fourth way is non-electronic. So that is something you're interested in. You can also send a check. We actually get to keep about 100% of those donations. So you can send a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. Again, you can send a check, and I'm going to ask the moderators to drop some of those addresses and websites down below in the chat. Thank you to the moderators who work tirelessly during these rallies to keep our chat room family friendly and fun and clean. We really appreciate that. So I'm going to jump in right now and see if there's any donations I'm missing. We did hear from someone in the audience that the Broward County GOP had a meeting last night to discuss what was going to happen today. And just from the Broward County GOP organization alone, they had 600 volunteers who volunteered to help make this rally what it is today. And this rally so far has been very smooth. So for a county that is technically very blue, President Trump only polled 31% against Hillary Clinton in 2016. So for that being said, I mean, the GOP and the conservatives here, they are just very strong about it. It's not like, maybe I like it, maybe I don't. It's you're passionate one way or the other. And those who support President Trump here in Broward County are really itching to get out, to support the president, to volunteer and make this place better. So I'm going to jump on in and see if we have any more donations, and then we'll go on to see what the president's up to. Yesterday, Jordan did have the pleasure of actually being at the White House. So if you missed any of that, you can check that out on our Twitter or our Instagram. Also, make sure you're following us on both of those platforms. Our Twitter is at RSB Network, and our Instagram is at RSB Network. We're so excited to be reaching 10,000 on Instagram. That's a goal of ours that we've had for years now. So if you've got an Instagram account and you don't mind following us, we would love to do that. We'd love for you to do that. We will be doing a huge giveaway once we reach 10,000 followers. So stay tuned for that. We'll be choosing from one of our followers. So again, help us reach 10,000 on Instagram. Make sure you follow us on Twitter for all things up to date. And let's see, it looks like we have a departure notice. All right, President Trump and Melania have officially left the front lawn, and they're headed to Florida for the Thanksgiving holiday. Trump, Melania, and the Sun Baron emerged from the Oval Office and walked past the press with a few waves. President did not take any questions. He and Wheels Up was at 4 p.m. So President Trump is officially on Thanksgiving break, but no Thanksgiving break would start without a welcome home rally to President Trump. So this is going to be President Trump's first stop in the state of Florida. He is officially becoming a resident. This is a welcome home rally. President Trump will no longer be a resident of New York. Many reasons why. Overall, he has just not been treated right or fair by the government in New York City. So let's hop on over to the YouTube and see what's up there. 2.6 thousand people watching right now. So hello to all you beautiful people. Happy Thanksgiving week. Let me know in the comments what you're thankful for. Today I am thankful for my God, my family, my job, my friends, and really just waking up every day and being able to work. I'm very thankful this year. So please share what you are thankful for. Jamie McCafferty said howdy, Liswell. So it looks like we have 1999 from Beverly Elantra, who said thank you for broadcasting. I'm going to take this opportunity to, while those donations are coming in, to pan the crowd a little bit. So it's currently almost 5 p.m., so we're 2 hours shy of President Trump taking the stage. And we are looking at about a little more than 50%, 60, it might be 70% packed house already, and we still have 2 hours to go. So this is going to be a really good turnout, especially being in a county that was so blue. Again, President Trump only polled 31% in 2016. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to read. Beverly Elantra said she donated. Yes, she did. She said donated it. Beverly Elantra donated $19.99 and said thank you for broadcasting. Thank you, Beverly. What a beautiful profile photo, and we're so happy to have you watching Right Side Broadcasting Network. Jordan and I were on the floor earlier doing some little handwritten interviews, just trying to get some intel from the locals, and we were just overwhelmed with how nice and kind, and we had so many Right Side Broadcasting Network supporters who came up to us. So overall, it's been a really good day. We've enjoyed it, and we've enjoyed how many people just love Right Side Broadcasting Network. It's so exciting to hear. So we're panning right now because that's our signature move, so you guys can see that these seats are filling up fast. Again, it's not even 5 p.m. President Trump is still not scheduled for 2 more hours. However, we are rocking and rolling here at the BB&T Arena in Sunrise, Florida. The press is already packed. It was a beautiful day, 77 degrees. Let's get some more donations going. We need to keep this going. Thank you, HO Start. Very nice. Yes. Hunter's Addison said nothing like a Trump rally before Thanksgiving. I love how thankful all of you are. We're thankful for all of you who help keep Right Side Broadcasting running. Remember, this is almost entirely viewer funded. Your donations are what are going to allow us to continue doing this. Things are tight right now. We've had so many rallies, and we have a lot more coming up. It was just mentioned that there is potentially a Christmas one. So we need to make sure that we are locked and loaded and just ready to rally with all the support and the means that are necessary. So please continue donating to Right Side Broadcasting Network. I cannot urge this enough. It's so crucial to this company. It's how we can say no to large investors and the people that have come up to us today just to say thank you for doing what you're doing. We watch you all the time. I mean, there's no one else that's willing to do it. Even if Fox does it, you'll have commercial interruptions and whatnot. So truly, if we don't do it, who else is going to? Nobody, because it's not worth it to them, because they need to make money too. So it's either you watch the annoying commercials or you donate to us, and you get all of President Trump's speeches. So we're not going to play those commercials during his speeches ever. We don't believe in that. Instead, you just have to donate a little bit, and we won't do that to you guys. It's a fair compromise.
Good evening, Florida. Tonight, from the great state of Florida, we welcome our president to his new official residence. Mr. President, Florida loves you, Florida welcomes you, and Florida will lead to 2020 victory. Tonight, out of Florida, we're starting our Thanksgiving celebration early. The Bible says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, and his mercy endures forever." Let us bow our heads in prayer. Father, together we thank you for this great nation. We thank you for giving us President Trump as our president. Thank you, Father, that you have anointed him as a modern-day Cyrus to turn our nation back to you.